Hello, I am ASMR Vital, and today I will do a requested video to help you feel calm, get sleepy, and relaxed. So I will do a soft-spoken type of video today, and I will do page-turning video. So I brought with me 4 books, because it was a request for a page-turning video. Again, thank you to you guys for all your support, it means a lot. I love doing this, and I will continue to do this. Well, I'm not sure there's that much more to say. Actually, there is one thing. Today is actually the first year anniversary of my channel. I started doing ASMR a year ago, and I do not regret it so far. So yeah, I'm a small channel, but I truly appreciate all the support I got. And I look forward to see where we can go from here, and where I will be in 1 year's time. I do not have any extreme ambitions or expectations. I don't do this for things like money, fame, or any stuff like that. That's not important to me. I mean that. I do this because I want to help other people, help them sleep and relax, and because I feel enthusiasm at doing this. So to me it doesn't matter that much where I am in a year's time, but it will still be exciting to see where I am, even though it doesn't matter, because I will keep doing this anyway for as long as possible. I hope to do this for many years to come. Anyway, but helping you guys and all of you, that's what's important, and your support and your positive comments and all, that's what's important. Well, okay, it's time to begin the page turning, you know, the main content of this video. So I brought with me 4 books, and you know what, let's just take up the first one, and here we go. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Harry Potter is a very popular franchise, as I'm sure many of you know. It's about a boy who essentially gets invited to join at the age of 11 the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and where he learns magic and meets new magical friends and all types of magical creatures and stuff like that. And also attends lessons in various forms of magic. And of course it's a very exciting, epic story across the course of 7 books, where there is also a battle between good and evil through these 7 books. Not going to spoil anything for anyone who may not have read it, but it's a really fun and exciting story. And of course there are 8 popular movies based on the Harry Potter books. In addition, there are 3 prequel movies, the Fantastic Beasts movies, and then there is of course that popular game, Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy. In addition to a few other Harry Potter games, including a popular Lego Harry Potter game actually. So Harry Potter is a really successful franchise. And of course there's the play, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is a stage play, which has also been given out in book form, so yeah. But the most famous part of the Harry Potter universe is of course the 7 Harry Potter books and the 8 Harry Potter movies. Anyway, let's just do some page turning. I'm just going to do quick page turning now first, and then do more gentle page turning after I've done the quick. Okay, let's do more gentle page turning. Here you can see a map of the Hogwarts grounds and castle and surrounding areas, including the wizarding village of Hogsmeade. And this village is, and much of these areas is actually also present in Hogwarts Legacy. So they're also present in Hogwarts Legacy, which is a game set about a century before the story of Harry Potter. we have chapter 2, the vanishing glass. The vanishing glass. And then just okay, I think I'll move on to the next book now. And this is actually also a Harry Potter book, but it's a different type of Harry Potter book. So Harry Potter has expanded into a lot of things, including the Tales of Beetle the Bard. This is the Norwegian edition of these fairy tales, and these are essentially a collection of fairy tales in the Harry Potter wizarding worlds. And there are 5 fairy tales depicted here. This is one of 3 or 4 companion books. And the other 2 companion books which I know of is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is about magical beasts in Harry Potter world, and Quidditch Through the Ages, which is about the history of Quidditch. But this is about the fairy tales in the wizarding world. And this actually includes the very famous tale of the Deathly Hallows, which I'm sure some of you who were already familiar with Harry Potter, be it books or movies, know about. Because the Deathly Hallows is a fairy tale actually told by Hermione in the movie, and it's also depicted in the book. The last 2 movies are named after this fairy tale. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 was the 2 final movies, and were named after this fairy tale, the Deathly Hallows, which is essentially a fairy tale about 3 powerful objects which together could make one the master of death. Wow, this book was very pleasant to page turning actually. So yeah, if you love the Harry Potter universe and all of its material, then I'd suggest reading the companion books as well, including the Tales of Beetle the Bard, just to get an insight into what kind of fairy tales wizarding children grows up hearing about. Okay, let's try to turn the book more towards you. And then we'll just... Okay, and then let's try to do more like this. And here you can actually see the 3 Deathly Hallows depicted on the front page. So the Elder One, the Invisibility Cloak, and the Resurrection Staff. And here are the 5 fairy tales in the description. Okay. It's time to check out AlleLegion, which is actually the 3rd book in the dystopian young adult book series called for Divergent. And it's a sequel to Divergent and Insurgent, the 1st and 2nd book of the series respectively. So this is the final book. I love the Divergent series. It's set in a future dystopian society. Not going to go as much into the story into this video at all, but it's just set into a far off future dystopian society. A dystopian Chicago, to be more specific, where people are sorted into one of 4 factions. Which will define their lives. it's a somewhat brutal story at times, like many dystopian books are, but it's also a very thrilling and exciting story. This is really part of the whole dystopian interest that was such a central part of the 2010s. You know, you had the Hunger Games, the Maze Runner, and then you had the Divergent. And I have never read or watched the Maze Runner, but I have read the first two Hunger Games books many years ago. I have read the entire Divergent series and seen all the Divergent films. Well, yeah, I may read the Hunger Games one day again. I believe that the Hunger Games series actually had a prequel film come out pretty recently. But anyway, at least this series, Divergent, along with the Maze Runner and the Hunger Games, was part of that whole dystopian interest of the last decade. So yeah, let's just... So this is AlleLegion is the conclusion. It's somewhat longer than the first two, and it sort of seeks to wrap up the various threads introduced in the first two and give answer to the mysteries of this dystopian society. And it does that mostly very well, I think. I'm not entirely fond of the ending, and I'm not alone in that, but for the most part, I really enjoy AlleLegion. If it hadn't been for the ending, it would have been my favorite book, actually. But as it stands, my favorite book is Insurgent. So yeah. Low's golden letters, here you can see it. Golden letters. I love it. I think it's gold. Yeah, golden letters. Okay. So this is the final book I have for you today, The Hobbit. And this is a Norwegian edition, but this book is actually written as far back as the 1930s. It has since been filmatized, just like The Lord of the Rings. But the Hobbit book is a prequel to The Lord of the Rings, and it's set about 60 years before and follows the adventure of Bilbo Baggins and a number of dwarves, and of course Gandalf also appears in the book, you know, that wizard. That famous wizard from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. But he's also part of the Hobbit. Here you can see a map of So here you can see a map of, I think it's supposed to be Erebor, actually. Yeah, the kingdom of Erebor, or the old kingdom of Erebor. You know, the place we are trying to get to in the book, because we're trying to reclaim a treasure, and we're home from a dragon who took place and occupied the dwarves' homeland many decades before the beginning of the story. So yeah. So if you like the Tolkien universe, I would advise reading The Hobbit too. It's not, it's more of a children's story than Lord of the Rings, but it's still enjoyable to just, if you really like the Lord of the Rings universe, sort of enjoyable to just read it, just to get even more insight into the world of the Lord of the Rings, or Tolkien's world. And of course, another book which can give even more insight, much more insight, is the Silmarillion. Or I think that's how you pronounce it, and which is a book about all the various ages which preceded the stories of Hobbits and Lord of the Rings. Anyway, this book has some very soft pages, very pleasant. Page 2. Here you also have a map at the end of other parts of the journey the Hobbits and the Dwarves embark on. This is Mirkwood, essentially, which is a very big and rather dark forest, actually. And then you have Rivendell and stuff like that here, which is the kingdom of the, which is one of the valleys or kingdoms of the elves. So it's, yeah. So yeah. Okay. So let's page turn just a few pages. Okay. And with that, I think that concludes today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed me just talking a little about various books and just page turning. Hope that was enjoyable for you guys. Hope you enjoyed and wish you a great day, and hope blessed divine energies lights your path and your way in life. Wish you all the best.